Also, guys, I have a confession to make. I am so scared to live in Aiken right now. Why? Because we got radioactive wasp nest, which means we have radioactive wasp down the road from where from I live down the road from the SRS entrance. I'm screwed. If I see a wasp glowing, I'm running the opposite direction. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Of all the places to get radioactive wasps, it had to be my town. My town. Oh my god. Can we make a movie about that? I feel like there should be a movie about that. Well, Rich B, thank you for asking. This is how it happens. So, 3 more radioactive wasp nets found at Aiken, South Carolina nuclear facility. Is there a threat to public? Yeah, yeah, there is. Don't be downplaying this news. The discovery of a radioactive wasp nest in the Savannah River site near Aiken, South Carolina. Hello, I'm doomed. Was reported by the U.S. Department of Energy, DOE. So it's like Doge, but without the G? Okay. On July 22nd, the contamination level of the nest was greater than 10 times the total contamination values laid out in federal regulations for areas that require contamination monitoring. 3 more radioactive nests have been discovered since July 3rd, when the first nest was found, according to the New York Times. You guys gotta fund my move to Brooklyn. I swear to God, I don't want to be here anymore. The U.S. Department of Energy is managing the discovery of 4 wasp nests with very low levels of radioactive contamination. Edwin Deschong, manager of the DOE Savannah River Operations Office, said in an email to the Times, "The nests do not pose a health risk to SRS workers, the community, or the environment." Okay, where are the wasps at? Where are the wasps? Hmm? 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 That's the one thing they're not talking about. They're not talking about the wasp. They're talking about just the nests. And I'm like, yeah, but how was those nests made? By wasp. I'm scared. However, some experts have expressed concern regarding the wasp nest and the absence of important information in the DOE's report, including the absolute level of the radioactivity found in the nest, the specific isotopes that were found, and the type of wasp that built the nest. Ars Technica reported. What did I just tell y'all? Where are the wasps? Where are the wasps? Where are the wasps? I'm freaking out, okay? I live down the road from one of the SRS entrances, like a few miles down. Help. Why are experts concerned about radioactive wasp nests? Yeah, I wonder why. Biologist Timothy Musau with the University of South Carolina told the Times there's some legacy radioactive contamination sitting around in the mud in the bottom of the lakes, which lines up with the DOE's explanation that wasps may have become radioactive upon gathering legacy contamination for their homes. But Musau worries that large areas of significant contamination may have escaped past surveillance, resulting in the current wasp fiasco. Alternatively, this could indicate that there is some new or old radioactive contamination that is coming to the surface that was unexpected, he said. Were the wasp nests at the site killed? Why the typo? What the hell? The first radioactive wasp nest was sprayed to kill the wasps. Dead wasps were bagged as radiological waste per the DOE. The ground and surrounding area did not have any further contamination. Has a similar incident happened at the Savannah River site in the past? A 2017 report from the DOE stated site officials once found radioactive bird droppings on the roof of one of the site's buildings. Oh my god, we could have had the birds. Musau pointed out the dangers of this since birds can carry radioactive material over long distances. Oh my god, no one told us about this? Jesus Christ. The DOE asserts that there is little to no risk to the community at this time from the wasps that have lower contamination on them. Wait, what? So there are wasps out there with contamination. And generally don't stray more than a few hundred yards from their nest, according to statements from the DOE to the Aiken Standard. Hey, that's my local newspaper. I hate that my town is making national headlines over radioactive wasp. What is the Savannah River site naked? Oh god, I don't care if I'm doxing myself. Help me! The Savannah River site was built in the 1950s and was initially used to produce plutonium and tri- tritium for nuclear weapons during the Cold War, aka it built bombs. I lived down the road from a former bomb plant. Today, the site is focused on nuclear materials management and research and development, including operations at the Savannah River National Laboratory. Ah, no, okay, okay. Enough, 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 enough. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. Y'all are just as freaked out as I am about this, and I understand why, because I'm deadly afraid of wasps and yellow jackets and hornets. Bumblebees are fine. Bumblebees are out here like, doink. Oh, I'm sorry, person. You're not a flower. Let me go over there and pollinate a real flower. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fine with bumblebees. They're just little boopers. You know, they're like, boop. I'm sorry, but wasps, hornets, yellow jackets, those are lethal and they serve no purpose. I swear to God, they serve no purpose. Bumblebees serve a purpose because you know pollination, flowers, and springtime and all that. But uh yes, wasps were fueled by spite. Exactly, John. Exactly. 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 Bumblebees are so adorable because they're fat. They're really fat. They're like this big, and they just want to, you know, pollinate and make honey and all that. I mean, we eat like actual, like we can eat actual honeycombs. You know. I mean, I as much as I hate spiders, I would rather have spiders eat things. You know, but I don't know. We are so doomed over here. Help me! I swear to God.